do the X, click, do the Y. Oh, probe triggered. Hey all, this is a very short video about issues I've been having with my probe. Usually at the beginning of the day, it'll probe the workpiece one time, and then after that it'll fail to turn on. So I'm going to do something that was recommended on Facebook. I'll show you the instructions here in a second. Basically using MDI to send an M80 command to see which relay triggers. Okay. And this is just exploratory surgery at this point, because I didn't put this probe on. It came installed. I don't know anything except superficially about it. I know how to use it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take you over. We'll read the instructions, and then I'll run the command and record what happens, just so I know. Alright, let's do this. So here's my original post on the SYIL Facebook group, and again, if you have a SYIL or you want a SYIL and you're not on the Facebook group, I recommend tracking it down and getting on there. Problems with Pioneer probe, fails to switch on. My probe is struggling to switch on. It will work the first op of the day and then fails to switch on for subsequent operations, even with new batteries. Put in new batteries, it'll turn on, but then gets a trigger warning, fails to probe, and after one or two trigger warnings, it won't turn on again. So the first comment was by George. He said it could be the relay it trips. Send M80, M81 from MDI and see which one triggers. If you cannot see it on the cable markers, maybe behind the controller. So I'm going to do that. Here's the MDA on my controller, and I'm in MDI block, and I've got M80 programmed. And let me go ahead and shut the door, and we'll see what lights up. Whoops. All right, let's run this program. All right. Probe turned on. I've got a green light over here, and then those are originally the LED, green LED on the left was on. Now, well, it's the first, or those three anyway. We'll look at the manual and see if it goes main. Okay, let's turn that off. Alright, so that was M80. Let's see what M81 does. And please laugh at my expense, because I have no idea what I'm doing, what this even means. Alright, let's run M81. Alright, nothing's happening. Let's turn that off. Alright, so M80 obviously turned the probe on and lit up those LEDs on the op 30. So let me open the manual and see what that might mean. This is the op 30 Optical Communication Online Measuring System Hardware Manual. And on page 3.1, here's the diagram for the OSI 20, the LEDs that we were looking at. And these bullets, the first LED is a powered on state, so check. Second LED, green light, the connection between the receiver and the touch probe or the tool touch probe is normal. When the light turns red, it means the touch probe or the tool touch probe has been triggered. Okay? Low voltage, starting LED light, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so according to that M80 command, everything is working normally. So, let's get some more data to see if we can't rule out the connection issue. Obviously, it's going to have a part in the vise, and the probe is, right here, ready to get triggered. So I'm going to go ahead and let's jog this down. and just see if it's an obstruction problem, right? So let's say that I'm going to be probing somewhere right there. Okay, so MDA. Let's go ahead and switch this back to M80. All right. Shut the door. Cycle start. It's trying to start, but oh, it just barely came on. I'm gonna have to review that video, but it didn't come on originally, did it? Let me rewind that and see if it just delayed to turn on. Let's try that one more time. Okay. All right. Reset. All right, so that's reset. Probe is off. I think so. When I'm running these programs, there's a timeout, and if the probe doesn't turn on right away, then I'm gonna get an error saying probe failed to trigger, right? So let's try this again and see kind of how long. And after this, I'll actually run a canned, like a Z height. I'll get the Z of my device and see if we get the same issue. All right, let's see how long this takes on. 1000. Oh, turned right on that time. Let me rewind that and see how long it took the first time. Cycle start. It's trying to start, but oh, it just barely came on. Interesting. So from what I could see on that first attempt, it did take quite a while for this probe to turn on. So I've got this probe over that movable vise jaw, and I'm going to run a simple Z operation. All right, get the Z coordinate. Let me go ahead and run this and see if it works. And there it goes, turned on. All right. All right, I've got one more test. Got a 1, 2, 3 block here, and I'm going to do an XY corner probe. And then after this, I think I'm going to call it. I think I have one more comment about cleaning the probe and coolant, and then, well, let's see if this works anyway. All right, so let's see if I can get everything in frame. There's the OS. Okay, got it. Okay. Turning on. It is not turning on. Oh, there it goes. Turned on. Took a while. Okay. Yeah. Seemed like it worked. Oh, no. There it is. Probe triggered. So reset. Yep. And that's one of the problems I get. It should work, right? Let's try it again. Run. Okay, it's saying, hey, wake up, probe. Probe woke up. It's gonna do the X, click. Do the Y. Oh. Probe triggered. Okay. Reset that. So that's, yeah. Okay, so that's consistent with my results. You know, at the beginning of the day, it turns on, it works once or twice, and then it does stuff like that. I'll throw new batteries. These are new batteries. I'll throw new batteries in, and these are the batteries. Sorry, these batteries I got from McMaster Car. Instead of the Chinese ones from Amazon, I started getting them from McMaster Car. So yeah, so that's typical of my experience. It'll work the first time, and then it'll start saying that it's triggered. Now, I have been using this Pioneer probe since, well, I bought the mill in 2020. Of course, I was gone for a year, my last deployment in the Army, but I have been using it regularly since 21. I've had really, really good luck with it, but as of late, probably for the last few weeks, it's been giving me grief. So at this point, I've swapped batteries, I've turned off the mill, turned off everything, done something else, come back, turn the mill back on, and it'll work again. And then, yeah. So another comment, that's right. Another comment on Facebook was, is the probe clean? Because that is something new. If you've been watching my channel, you've probably seen that I'm starting to run coolant now. And so that has been a change. Yesterday I cleaned the probe off, and then I wiped it down with isopropyl alcohol, and then it seemed to work. It worked for the rest of the day. Well, I only had 2 more ops to do. And then this morning, and again, I store the probe overnight without the batteries in it, out of the machine. I put it in the machine this morning clean, and it worked the first part that I put in there, and the second part with the clean probe again, it didn't work. So, I don't know. I do know one thing, I bought a Heimer because, you know, I've literally had my, I literally had to resort to this little wobbly edge finder to get through some parts, and you know, old school, touching off with the end mill on top, setting Z, and then using the little wobbly to get my WCS coordinates for X and Y. It works, but I want my probe back. I love in-process probing. I've really, really enjoyed this thing, and I'm bummed that it's not working. So, anyone out there that's, well, everyone out there is smarter than me, but if anyone out there knows something about this, please share. I want to get my probe back. And the Heimer, actually, I should be getting sometime today. Better than the little edge finder. But again, probe's been great. Alright, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. Bye.